going to go back to the thing that I know best, and that is to go and steal or to go and sell drugs for the merchant, because that is where the money is coming from.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy John Davids, and you're listening to Becoming Podcast. Welcome to episode number 12. This week we're having our female guest, Michelle Davids. Michelle, welcome to Becoming.
Hi, John. Thank you for having me.
For those that don't know, obviously, like I always say here, there's a lot of people that know you, but there's also a lot of people that don't know you. For those that don't know you, tell us a bit about yourself and yeah.
I'm Michelle Davids. I'm from Hildu Siblings, and third born child out of three, the last born. I am happily married to a wonderful man.
Come on now.
I am a mother of four, gave birth to two beautiful girls, and when I married my husband, I gained two more girls. And so, yeah, I'm a simple woman. I love the simple things in life, and also a police officer as a bonus. That's my full-time job. Yeah, this year, July, I will be celebrating 12 years in the police. So literally, what, a month? Almost 2 months.
Episode 12 and 12 years.
Yes, yes.
Tell us, I like to ask people, it's like, what have you never ate, never done, never ever? What is it that you've never, that you were like, I will never do it or never do it?
I have never had pains in poikies. That is a no-go for me. I've never went bungee jumping, something I would love to do in the future. And yeah, I'm just a simple girl, like I said.
Now I know you as a police officer, but we also know that not too long ago you just opened your foundation after your name, which I love. Tell us a bit about the foundation. Where did it start? How did it start? And where are we now?
Okay, so the foundation has my name. It's Michelle Davids Foundation, and it started. With the idea came 2018. We did the whole process of registering in 2019, but how the foundation came about was when I started working at court as a court orderly. I didn't always work as a court orderly, and my responsibilities there was obviously like going to Portsmouth in the morning, getting the prisoners there, taking them to court, and obviously being in court the whole day. That there was a stepping stone, I would say. Like the door went open where I got to get the guys on a personal basis, not just the prison number or you're just there for this type of case, but it gave me an opportunity to minister to them and knowing who this person is and what their background is and what led up to them actually being there. And just hearing their stories, it made me want to do more than just, serving as a police officer, but also serving my community as a whole. So that was how Michelle Davids came about.
That's really cool. And I do think watching documentaries and things like that, you would see that poverty. When I've listened to a lot of it, like I wrote because I didn't have, and I'm not saying that is the cause of all crime. Some people are just evil. But some of that is just like you hit them and you say, you fight somebody else. And I think that is really one of the great things that you're doing, because not only are you serving as an officer, but now you are looking at things that leading up and helping us. So you obviously tell us where it started, but I want to, being in this thing and also communicating with a lot of these guys, what do you think is one of the reasons that cause like poverty?
When you look at the stats that they tend to show, they would say it's a lack of employment, lack of opportunities in our community. This is what we see on a daily basis. There's no resources in our community. And people tend to say that, it's also a mense wat afbreek and whatsoever. But if you really have a look at what is going on, I would say, for instance, one day I was chatting to one of the guys in the cells, and you'll find, and I think maybe you would understand, you have this guy and he stole something because there was nothing at home. So, many boys or men, they feel that this is my responsibility. I need to take that responsibility and ensure that my family is fed. And you also know that thing of colored mothers. Hallo, je gaan niks aan die kassie sien. Maak away asseblief. So you'll find that this person, he goes out and he commits a crime. Okay, so he goes, he gets slapped with a criminal record in some cases, and then he comes out. So now you have someone that has been in prison, maybe for a short while, maybe for a long while. He comes out. So now I have a criminal record. I need to get a job. So who's going to give me a job with a criminal record? I have a few people in the community, that there's a small business, construction site here or there. But because I have this mark on me now that I've stolen something, or in my past I was a drug addict, this person is not going to give me an opportunity. And so big companies is definitely not going to give me that opportunity. And we all know that change, it's so hard. So I am going to go back to the thing that I know best. And that is to go and steal, or to go and sell drugs for the merchant, because that is where the money is coming from, for me to ensure that my family is fed. And that is one of the things that leads to poverty. If our people can just maybe say, you know what, this is a family member of mine, or this is someone I grew up with, and yes, this person has made a mistake, or numerous mistakes. Let me take this person by the hand. And I mean, when I say taking this person by the hand, you need to be able to walk this journey with this person and tell yourself that this person is going to slip up, but I'm going to have to walk this journey with him so that he or she can better themselves. Obviously, this person will become a better person, and that person will be able to assist someone else. Because what people fail to understand is, if someone is incarcerated, or they've spent a whole while in jail, when they come out, times have changed. So technology has changed. The friends that I grew up with are growing, they have their own thing going on. So I've lost a lot of years. So everything to me now is foreign. So I don't understand what is going on, and no one wants to give me an opportunity. And so I'm going back to the thing that I know best, because also my ma soek ek moet 'n werk gaan kry. Do you understand? So it's easy for that person to go back to the same thing that they know, and this is one of the main causes of poverty. It's unemployment, lack of resources, but also just people not getting that opportunity to better themselves and employment.
There's not something I'm just thinking about. It's not, it could be false, but I just want to hear what you think about it. For example, you get this guy, he's been in prison, he has a ranking, he has a saying, there he comes. Guy comes out, and here he must go to be absolutely nothing. So just,
yeah.
Do you think also that's one of the things, I'm like, but if I'm going to go back there, if I'm going to go back to my crime, I'm going to go be back being in my ranking and to be just some guys and tell me, yeah, you wait that.
Yeah.
Do you think that can also be one of the causes? Or?
It is a big cause, because if you look at it, how many institutions do you know of in our community is there available for people like that? Or even just, not even someone that has a criminal record, just someone that is unemployed. Do we have institutions that is based in our community for people to go to and say, let us help you, get some skills, get you some employment? Or for those that are coming out, that have spent many years there, where when they are released they get this address and say, go to those people. This is a center where you need to go to on a daily basis. They will equip you. They will take you through this journey in you settling back into the normal world. Do we have that in our communities?
Sure. Very seldom. And if there is, we don't even know about it. It's very
Exactly.
You've been obviously doing this show now for time and feeding people, and with that you communicate and you engage with people and you get to learn and know that in this time there must have been experiences that you have had, whether it was, you know, your soup kitchens or what. Tell me, what is one of your experiences, whether it's funny, whether it's serious, what is one of the experience that you had or moment that you had while doing the thing?
So with the feeding scheme, a lot of people that has feeding schemes know that the resources are very limited that we have. And so what happens even before we get ready to dish up, we already have a queue of kids lining up. Sorry. So I hear the kids calling me, auntie, and I'm like, what is that? And they're like, die auntie says sy's 14 jaar old. So I have like this adult lady, but she's short, and if you look at her, you think like, okay, this looks like a teenager, perhaps. And the kids are going on, and you know how kids are. Like if the one starts, the other one goes on, and then like, die auntie says sy's 14 jaar old. Sy is 14, me auntie. So I had to go to her and I had to explain to her like, look, the kids, we see to the kids first. That is our main concern. We give the kids food first, and whatever is left, we give to the adults. And she was like, nee, maar ek staan maar net hier. Ek kan sê aan die lyn nie, ek wag vir die kind wat saam met my is. And so I said, okay, no problem. And I think those type of moments, it makes it all worth it for me, because at the end of the day, it's not all sunshine and roses doing this.
Okay, Michelle, so there's a saying, a Chinese proverb that says, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. And we know these people that's giving people fishes every day. And you can literally see the guys standing in the corner like, they literally know Tuesday we're there, Wednesday we're there, and the whole week is just, you know, they sorted for the whole week. And so for me, it's like, are we teaching them to just stay at home and like they know where to find the food, or are we going to help them to actually fish? My question to that is, would you say that, and I'm not just specifically talking about your foundation, but this feeding schemes, do you think it is helping people get out of poverty, which is the reason why, or would you say it is helping people stay in poverty?
It's so difficult, the question, because in one instance, you have someone that really needs the help, and they literally have nowhere else to go. And so you don't want to say, I can't help you. But then you also have that specific person that can go and work, and he or she has 2 legs, and hulle is fris en gezond, and you look at them and say like, I shouldn't be enabling this person. But maybe today is that day where I'm going to serve this person, and that meal changes that person's whole life. You understand? Because I can't speak for other feeding schemes, but with us, like I said, we ensure that the kids, we see to them first, only kids. If the kids are gone, whoever is left from the adults, we ensure that our pensioners, we see to them. And after the pensioners, we will give to the others. And here and there, you will see a drug addict popping up, and they will also want to be fed. And in that instance, yes, your mind will say like, ek hoef nie om vir jou te gee nie, because I'm enabling you, you have money that you are using for drugs, but I don't know if this person that is coming to me today really needs that meal. he really needs that word that I can give him that specific day. At the end of the day, yes, there's so many feeding schemes, and you can see this person going here, there, and there. My concern is the kids. And this is also an opportunity for me to spread the word of God and to minister to people and to show them in serving, I don't just serve a specific person, I serve everyone because that is what God wants from us. And that is the main goal for me. We look at not just empowering our kids, but also adults, because what happens to those adults that people tend to forget about, you understand? We also need to see to them. So yeah, I think small story, I was very young and we lived with my parents, whom at the time was staying in Mitchell's Plain. But our school was here in Lavendale, so during the week we had to stay with our grandparents. Oh, being the youngest coming from school, you are always the target. And we had this thing of my parents would give us stuff for the rest of the week to eat. But you know, in a colored home, the typical colored home, you would have Oma, Opa, and Uncle Wakiweki, and that uncle with his kids and his wife. And so maybe by Tuesday, the stuff would be up. Oh. And so when I would come from school, my grandmother had this thing of, gaan vra of Auntie Angie vir 'n brood. And I hated it. Like, hoekom moet ek gaan? Hoe gaan Oma myself van nie? You understand?
The whole truth.
But in that, it taught me, like, this is not what I want. Even though my parents were set up good and they were employed and they saw to our needs, unfortunately, we were in a different household where the dynamics were different. I knew as a child having to go to die auntie for a brood tot Vrydag toe. That was not what I wanted. And when I serve these kids or these people, I think of myself and I say to myself, these kids, they don't want to really be here. I mean, as who would want to come and stand in a queue and stand with a bowl and come and collect food? Every child wants to have that privilege in their own homes. But it doesn't work like that. The world is not set up like that. Unfortunately, there's no employment. Some people really don't have a choice. So for me to say, ek gaan nie vir jou vandag nie able nie, gaan maar aan 'n plek, that was the day where I could have made a change in that person's life.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking, if I had to feed adults, especially males, ek sê least eerste so Genesis. Ja, as a Q&A. And I really do think you must really have the heart of this, because we are drawing to an end, but you can literally see some people have the heart for it.
Yeah.
Because you have your ups and downs, and then some of the times it must come out of your pocket, and some people want to do it for the club because they want to show like, oh, I'm feeding those people and stuff like that. And for me, it's like I really just pray that God really just bless you with good connections, great sponsorships, and that you can feed more people, and hopefully in a couple of years people will come back and say, Auntie, I was one of their children that came back and do the change. What would you say is your plans for the next 3 to 5 years for the foundation?
My plans for the next 3 to 5 years, I don't like to discuss my plans because that thing of what later. But I would really like to go further than just feeding because, like I said earlier, the one thing that myself and my husband used to do, or still do when we have the time, is we would go to Portsmouth and we would just select a random person that is not getting any visits, and we would just go and pray for that person. It's just that. As if we just go and minister. And I think, like you said, with the question of the enabling, I would love to have something in the community where I get to take our young men and women and set them up with skills so that they can find employment. That is one of my main goals. I think there's so many open fields and stuff in the community, but there's no resources and centers and stuff for our kids to go to, or even our young adults or adults. Because if you look at it, the government only sees from 18 to 35 that employment gap, but what about the others? You understand? So that is one of the things. Setting people up with skills, and also doing some sports as well apart from the other things, and just allowing God to use me and have him surprise me as to where this can go.
That is, I really can't wait to actually see that. Obviously, the help will always be welcome. Like sponsorships and people that want to just that listen to it and think like, how can I help? Where can people get hold of you? Like Instagram, Facebook. How can people get hold of you?
So we have a Facebook page, which is Michelle Davids Foundation. And on the Facebook page, there would be a link to our website, which is also Michelle Davids Foundation. On the website, you will find the link there to if you would like to donate. But whoever would want to pop me an email, the email is mdfoundation0320@gmail.com, and all of the details is also on the Facebook page, including our contact number. And yeah, I hope there's a lot of sponsors that will be coming my way.
Well, what would you be like? This is a platform to make men better and things like that. What would your words be? If you should leave any words for us, because a part of this, like men to be providers, and if a lot of men play their roles of being providers, there'll be less children out there that's standing in the line. That's another story on its own. But what would be your last words? I always want to have somebody to remember me for something. What would yours be?
My last words to the men out there would be help each other, give each other advice. I think my husband has this thing of where him and one of his close friends, like they, in Afrikaans the word is vermaan, like they vermaan each other, they teach each other. It's not just like looking past each other's mistakes. And I think if we have more men in our community that uplift each other instead of, just looking past each other's mistakes, we would have more better men. Men in a sense of that knows how to take care of their woman, take care of themselves, take care of the extended family, but also, there is that standard in the community of women and females looking up to a specific man, because nowadays, not that it's a problem, but all we see is females. We are doing the things that men are supposed to also be doing in the communities. And so if you see that boy on the corner that you think, jy gaan nooit regkom, maybe that boy is looking to you as, like, I like that guy. Ek ren vir hom. But if you can maybe just give him that 2 positive words, you never know that maybe that is the day where that boy's life changes. So that would be my last words.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening, and hope you guys enjoyed this, and we are out of here.
Thank you.